You're seeing the Monday morning meeting of the minds happening. Just hang on while we have our meeting. So the game plan has been made, sort of.
It has?
Yeah,
well,
don't say that with a question.
You should let me know what that is.
Well, I think we're going to try to get the planters into the shed and the fall equipment towards the back end of the shed so we can actually use it eventually, I think. Was that what the meeting?
Hence, that's my question mark at the end.
And I noticed some weeds. I missed some spots when I was spraying. Some weeds growing. I could spray some yard.
I'm surprised that grew back there. I thought his lawn was dead.
This lawn?
Yeah.
Looks pretty nice. The corn there, the sweet corn patch, I've seen a better stand before.
Should add a furrow force in there.
Oh, I see a lot of stuff that needs to be moved. We got some corn head stock stompers, a ditch witch, a 9870. You think the batteries will be charged on this unit?
No.
This one will start. I know this one. I just drove this one just the other day.
I'll go mow the fields.
And then we got the stock shredder hooked up to the 4640 for mowing some CRP eventually, maybe. Oh, that one started. So what I believe the goal is here is to do it somewhat like we had it last year, because it worked out really well in the harvest season for maximizing room in here for parking. But I think the corn planter goes here, but I'm not sure, and I don't know if we'll be able to get that big 9RX in here and twisted like we used to be able to twist the 8520. And I think the soybean planter goes right where AF1 is at. That thing cleaned up really nice last winter. That's a 2009 model combine. Think she'll make the season? Probably better than the new ones. But there's so many nice features about the new ones that are just, they're nice. It's nice, it's new. But there's a lot more electronics to go wrong on something like this. This one never got detailed last winter. I know a guy. All right, you gonna fire? Sweet. Have you ever tried to back up a stock shredder before? One-handed? They don't steer worth a doggone. They're so short wheelbased. For those of you that don't know what a stock shredder is, be glad. Wasn't that many years ago. I think in 2009 was when we quit using this, when we got our own chopping corn head. So now, basically, when you harvest corn, the corn plant gets pulled through the corn head and then it leaves the stalk. Well, that's what this thing was designed for. A bunch of knives underneath that just shredded the stalks all up. Well, now the corn head does it all for you, so one less pass through the field. The corn heads are very expensive, but it's worth every penny. And here's this doggone drill that none of you guys will come and buy from us. No one wants it. I don't want it. So we don't use it anymore. Maybe your dad wants to buy it. Be a nice decoration in the front lawn. Your mom would appreciate
For
that.
deer food plots, would that be too much?
It splits into 10-foot sections. Now we're thinking, hey, we can even charge more. We got 3 of them. You know, I'm really thinking that's a good idea. We split it into 3 10-foot sections, be able to pull it down the road, and some big hunter guy like Eric will buy them. Yeah, you expect to be given it? Not given yet. What do you think each section's worth? $2,000? You think someone will pay $2,000? I would think so.
Oh, I'd hate to park stuff on unlevel ground.
Duggo says that the corn leaves in here is unacceptable because mice build nests out of them. So he wanted to go get his tractor from his yard with the drag on it to clean it up. But we don't have time for that or the ambition, so we're just gonna rake the areas we're gonna park stuff.
So we don't have ambition, so we're gonna rake instead. Manual labor. Slave labor.
Well, I don't want to clean the rest of the shed out. Literally, look at that. Somebody left the doors open when it was windy and violated protocol. There was a protocol violation, and now we get to suffer with it. We should get him a bigger rake. Look at that guy. I feel like you've done a lot more than I have.
I agree.
I can smell the mold spores in the air. We've uprooted some spores. Oh my. It looks a lot nicer though, I will admit. Wasn't a total waste of time.
I'll be sure to let Duggo know.
Yeah. And we did half the shed,
So
and
now,
we probably wouldn't even been to Duggo's yet to get the mower.
so just leave these piles here till the next wind, or what?
Well, I suppose, so that would make sense.
Good to go.
Feels good to finally be parking the planters away. Really good, actually. So we're gonna put the DB60 here in first, and then get the corn planter in second. I hate parking stuff in the shed. I'm always scared I'm gonna hit something. All right, we have recruited Duggo to run the corn planter because we'll just let him wreck something instead of me, because we're gonna need lots of eyes here to watch. So a steel building's awesome and nice. They're never gonna really rot away or anything like that. But these big beams, you gotta really use your head because you can forget about it. Combine hopper toppers are the worst. You don't really think about it until you're right up into one, and we haven't hit them yet, but gotta always remember. So lots of eyes to watch all the components on the planter as you get parked in here and jackknifed in. It'll be interesting with the big articulating tractor to get it in here, weaseled in. So here we go. Well, attempt 1 was a failure. We were too close to that thing. Here we go, attempt 2. Beautification here is causing an issue. Looks good, keep them coming. We might get her on attempt 2. How much farther back?
3 feet.
I think we got her. Attempt 2. Not bad, not bad at all. So, this hitch overall, I know I talked about it before, This is the company that we got it from, and I can put their link in the description. It really was nice, allowed us to be able to use a tractor without a 3-point hitch to pull our MP style 2-point hitch planter. So if you guys are looking for that, I vouch for it. Worked great for us. Heavy duty and no issues. Just gets a little longer. That is what it is. So you might think from this video that this doesn't take very long, but it'll be pretty much noon by the time we get done doing the machinery shuffle here. We're gonna actually put this one in the shop and another quad track in the shop so that we can clean the cabs on this thing, because this is disgusting. What kind of pig ran this last fall? Wasn't me. Okay, so the goal is here to run through all these quad tracks and the 9R before harvest. So we're gonna get them all in here, go through, make sure they're not needing oil changes or anything like that, and make sure we blow out air filters, so then we're ready to go. What are you doing?
Well, let's say I'm gonna be the size of Hulk Hogan, if you know who he is, by the time that wall is busted out of here.
You know who that is?
I know. Maybe I could start talking like him. Yeah, we're gonna take this. Oh, it's gonna be out of here. Owie. Here we go. Pity. The mother that's gonna fight me. I gotta go in and rest.
So what is our goals with this building? You want to explain? This is
Well, we're gonna have to go outside to have them appreciate
gestation
the
barn.
old gestation barn.
Yeah.
So all the sows or the mother pigs would come in here after they were bred, and they would be put in here until we take them out and put them into where they had their babies.
Yeah. And obviously we don't raise hogs anymore, and we hopefully never do again. And so we're trying to get this building for a chemical warehouse, basically.
Yeah, we're gonna put our chemical in here, but first all the crates gotta come out. Did they see the crates? They were turnaround gestation stalls, so that meant the sow would come in here. We'd put them in here. There were some gates here. Those that you are watching on Instagram, seeing how that all worked. But sow could turn around, do whatever she wanted, with a little coaxing from the one next to her that had to move also. If the one wanted to turn around, it was a group effort to turn around.
So how many did this building hold?
It had 80 crates, and then we had I think it was 8 sows per pen, where we had the boar pig, and that's where
What did they do?
well, that's where the breeding happened. Kids, well, they'll know someday how that works.
Isn't that pretty nice? Marilyn can't complain because I use the same holes. And
Well,
if I
it
catch
was
someone,
nice, but it got bent. How's it bent? What?
that's a long story.
It wasn't your brother.
No one needs to know. If I catch someone here, though, it's gonna be more than just a towing.
Skid loader, payloader,
Vandalization.
that new grapple bucket.
We'll take the forks. Well, that's even a better idea.
We're going to look at what a mess we have here coming up.
So the idea here is to take the cement slats out of the barn, come in here,
Because it's got a 4-foot pit underneath the building.
4-foot pit, so by the time we take the slats out, that'll give us another, 7.5 feet above the 4 foot, creating a decent warehouse. But we got to cut through this whole cement wall, remove all that, and get rid of what used to be liquid manure, which is now turned into potting soil. So it's dry. It's all dried out. So we got the fan taken off, and then we had some nice beadboard covered with insulation, or with an aluminum for insulating the pit wall. Then when the lack of maintenance from the gravel not being tucked up, then the mice got in and lived in the wall and made their nice tunnels. So they ruined our nice insulation.
And then people say, why are you killing mice around the
Yeah,
farm?
who'd want to kill a mouse?
Because they wreck everything.
Destroy everything, and even worse, pee on it. Pee on it all. That's right, I said P.
So anyways, for sale, you're selling the insulation?
I think we'll have to put that back on there for looks.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, I don't know. Haven't gotten that far yet. We're in demo mode.
Holy cow.
You can shovel that out, can't you?
No.
I think little Bob will be making an appearance. Shove him in there and away we'll go.
Looks like that heavy gumbo we farm. All cracked apart.
Well, that's just the top. It's going to be nice and fluffy on the bottom.
Can't wait.
So what we got for a goal here is 4-foot pit. The grade drops off pretty hard down that way. Gravel pile's got to move. That bend's got to leave. Dig all this out, get it down to the pit level, which should be able to be done here with the grade that drops off. And then take a cement saw, cut the cement out down to the pit floor, cut out of the wall, little garage door, and hopefully we might have to buy a different forklift for this building. But the goal is to be able to possibly even buy chemicals in the winter, in the off season, bring it in, store it here, heat that because it's totally insulated, the whole building, besides the curtains, which will be pretty easy to block that up, tin that wall, insulate it quick, and it should be a nice little chemical warehouse, maybe seed storage, I don't know, that's the goal. Also keep the chemicals out here instead of being in the shop with us in the winter time, which I'd rather not work around. So that's the goals. That's the idea behind it. So how many feet of this auger is inside of here?
I bet there's 120. Go show them how the
Bust out the Yankum rope.
feed cup works.
Jerk with Weston till something breaks.
Something's coming apart.
Well, that's almost like new.
I can tell you this plastic transition cone will be the first thing blowing apart. Oh yeah. It's just a little spring coil that augers all the feed up into the building and to all the piggies.
It's quite the invention, actually.
Does anybody want any of this equipment? And I'm scared. I do not want to be contacted. I'll take it, but I'm from Mississippi. That ain't gonna work. But it's in good shape. There's got to be some. But I hate to burn it. Burn it. I mean, throw it.
Scrap iron. Sometimes scrap iron is just easier.
I don't like to scrap stuff that's still
This is a really
usable.
nice grain bin though.
This is
That I
the
was
new
thinking.
style, so that the side sheet comes down past the hopper so that it's less chance of getting wet. The water sheds
Is
down
that a
here.
4-tonner? 2-tonner?
That was up in the new. This is a 4.
Big 4-ton.
This would look great under my deer stand.
What do you do with a feed tub in your deer stand?
Full of corn. Just dump it out.
Corn.
On the hour, every hour.
They've got enough corn out in our cornfields.
So I'm trying to keep them away from there.
Okay, you can have it.
Pretty sure the DNR has a name for that.
Yeah, I don't think that's allowed here in Minnesota, right?
Baiting?
Not.
Is
Well,
it
I
baiting?
think they went back to 10 days before the season. You can have whatever you want out, but it's got to be gone by then.
Let's go eat, then we're going to start a new video on whatever the rest we get into today. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.